What's up, fellas? Good morning. It's 4:46 a.m. Mexico time. Well, we're gonna go downstairs and have some coffee and make some stuff for the dogs. There we go. We are now live. So let's go on downstairs and I'll teach you guys how to make baby dog food. Because if you got a baby and you give them regular food, it's not as good. If you got a baby dog, good old 4 a.m. What's up, fellas? Anybody here? Any usual suspects? All right, so let's talk about vibing with people. Vibe with your own tribe. Vibing with your tribe. Let me tell you a little bit about what my life was like when I came to Mexico. Because there's a lot of confusion about what's it like in Mexico and why I would come here as opposed to going back to Colombia or Nicaragua, Costa Rica, or any of these countries. Well, you need to have friends. You need to have connections with other people. Now, the connection that I'm referring to, it's out of, let's say you have friends that are into politics, and that's all they ever fucking talk about is politics. Or in my case, like bodybuilders, all they ever talk about is steroids. They don't talk about training, they don't talk about diet. All they ever talk about is trying this gear. What about that gear? And so on and so forth. So you want to hang with the people that you vibe with the most. Not hard to figure out who that is either. So you all know. It's not hard to figure out who you are supposed to be hanging around with. Life starts going like shit, you're becoming like your friends. Things start going good, you're becoming like your friends. Water seeks its own level. It really does. And if you're a piece of shit, dumbass, you're gonna hang out with other pieces of shit. If you're an upper scale guy, you're gonna hang out with other upper scale guys. And if you don't, it's gonna fuck you up. What's up, fellas? What's up? I'm just gonna sit up in here and just go over a couple things with you guys. So you know that the people that you hang around with, the five people that you hang around with the most, you're the common denominator of all of them. And if you hang out with people that are productive and creative and things like that, you'll yourself become more productive and creative. It's simply the way it is. And I had a whole laundry list of things I needed to talk to you guys about. We got to keep it. It's gonna be too hard to talk anymore because apparently I've been censored like a motherfucker on Instagram, and now YouTube is changing its policies, saying that we're going to delete pretty much anything and everything that has to do with things that are opposed to our narrative, if you will. So do me a favor and tune in at 6 a.m. today for today's first lesson on Mondays. Monday is not the first day of the week. Yesterday was. And just to give you guys an idea about how our calendar is screwed up, in Serbia, Christmas is celebrated in January. So you can see that every single thing that you find important and every single thing that you think is so sacred is not. Everything's a lie. Everything we've been told since Santa Claus has been a lie. And that was what they wanted. They wanted parents lying to their kids about Santa Claus, about Valentine's Day, about every Christmas. Every single thing they wanted to have in order to create this false narrative. First of all, the United States was empty until 1492, that there were only a few indigenous tribes there. They had no idea that there was a full-on civilization there. Now, the people who created the false narrative, they knew this. Because when you go to the United States, you go back in time, this is say the 1500s, you're going to find all these buildings that are there that are buried by 2 and 3 meters of mud. Well, guess what they have in some of these palaces? Lots and lots and lots of gold, especially if the residents don't live anymore and they were wiped out. That's where the Rockefellers, that's where all of the wealth of the world has come from the last generation. When they say old money, they're not kidding, because the old money comes from the last generation. And this is something that people just, they overlook. And like I said, if you're one of these people that knows about mud floods and knows about cataclysm and the big resets and so on, and I'm not talking just about Noah or the Epic of Gilgamesh. We're talking about every form of lies that have been given to us since we were born. Even the first day we're born, we're given sugar. When you're born, they give you sugar to keep. They used to slap you, make you cry. Now they give you sugar. So the first thing you taste in your whole life is an addictive, toxic substance that makes you addicted for the rest of your life. So what am I saying, tribe? What am I saying? Who are your people to vibe with? Well, I would stick around with the winners. If you can identify the 5 winners that are around you, get to know important people. And even Machiavelli talked about this. If you want to be successful, you have to know influential people. Get to know important people. Don't hang around with losers. Now, I'm not telling you guys to become the elite and say you become a billionaire one day. My hat's off to you. That's not what I'm talking about. Money is nothing more than a result of putting your life together. Women are just a result of putting your life together and not the basis for it. So I recommend all the above. If you're going to have a good life, you're going to have the formula. It means getting up every day. It means working out every day. It means meditating every day. Reading books and putting the phone down. Literally forcing yourself not to be on the phone all day long. If you want to make money, you have to find a void in the market and fill it. So I'm telling you guys is that people at our level, we understand. People who are not on our level never will understand. This is why I do art. This is why I do math. This is why I do science. Because think about this. Who in the fuck else is going to teach the next generation? The teachers nowadays? I don't think so. But if you still think that having the veterans take over the public schools is a good idea, do me a favor and put the 1 in the chat. Appreciate you guys for coming out this morning, and we're out.